Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Say hello when you pop in. I think I'm just a smidge early, but that's okay. All right, let's see if I can find the live here. There it is. I'll go ahead and sprinkle it out. Trying very hard not to drop my iPad in the tank. All right, there we go. So now, finally, 7:15. I hope everyone has had a fantastic day. If you are new, my name is Linda Anderson. I am the owner of Aqueous Silk LLC. Oh, let me turn this on. I know there's a button here. Can she find the button, guys? I don't even know. Glasses would help. 1 second. There we go. Okay, it's on. Can you hear me better now? All right, there we go. Microphone is on, and internet's working, iPad is working. Yay! Okay, everyone, are we ready for this evening? It's going to be a short marbling session. I marbled, if you didn't see my reel earlier, I marbled three 44 by 83-inch pieces of cotton. I had them hanging up in here to dry. Luckily, it's very warm here today, and so you'll probably see me glistening later. But it's very warm, so they dried quickly, and I was able to get them down, put everything away for that tank, and get this set up so we can marble tonight. So again, it's going to be a quick marbling session. I have a test I want to run. Did I bring it out? Yes. I have a test I want to run, and then 2 pieces of fabric we're going to marble, and then we're going to do something else. So without further ado, let's get the camera pointed down and let's marble. Hi, Pat. How are you today? Okay, here we go. We're going to wiggle and move. Oops. All right, there. That's pretty good. Right there. You can see the lights, all the lights reflecting on the water. Now, I had the water out today, marbling the big pieces, and I put it all back in the refrigerator. It's really not chilled yet, but we're going to go with it. So for my first, I'm going to have to do 2 tanks for my first projects. I had an idea. You know how they have like a bag or purse, and it has the center, there's a piece on the bottom and a piece on the top that match, and the center is different. So I thought, oh good, Pat. I thought I would marble a piece and put it in the center. I thought that just sounded like a dandy idea. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to be marbling 2 pieces of denim. After today, I was just like, oh, I don't even know what to marble. And I didn't have a lot prepared, but I did have this denim prepared. And I thought, well, we'll do that, and then we'll do something else that's kind of fun. So again, I will need 2 tanks of this. I had some other pieces, but they were too large for this, too large for the scarf tank, and I just couldn't deal with working in the big tank anymore. There's so much paint that goes into that. It takes me probably about an hour just to fill the tank. I mean, that's a little long, especially in this weather for, hi Diana, welcome, thank you for being here. In this weather for paint to sit on the water. So one would think I would use pinks for this because that is my favorite colors, but I decided to use the teal and the blue today, and a light teal and the darker one. And yes, I am going to comb. All I did today was freestyle, which is good because I don't have an appropriate comb for the tank, the large tank. Bubble. So did everyone have a nice day? I had the day off today. And so I took full advantage. We were out here at about 10:30 starting to get things put together for marbling. It took me a minute to go in and out of the house a few times. To get everything out here. I thought I had it all like normal. And then I didn't. So I think we started marbling about 11 and we finished about 1:30. And then we rinsed the plastic that we put in there. I reuse it as much as I can. And so we rinsed that off, brought it back in. We had to go out the other garage door because this one is where my husband made me a couple little clotheslines. And I was so thankful for that because that worked perfectly because they're way too long to hang in the bathtub. They would have puddled at the bottom. So let me grab this comb. That, and so I'll clean off the tips here. Now we have, I wasn't sure what to do with those big pieces of fabric, and we were talking about it, and I said, well, but they're going to drop on the floor of the garage, and they may drop a little paint color, but for the most part, they did fantastic. There's a little bit of teal over here on the one side. Ouch. Ooh, owie. Pins are sharp. Please be cautious if you use pins. I just jammed it into my thumb. Okay, I'll put that right here because I'll need it again. So now, I love this. Even though I was doing this earlier, I didn't get to play like this. I did freestyle everything. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see how this prints. Much more manageable than the big tanks. See if I can put these down by myself. Got a couple little hesitation lines I can see already right there, because I was having difficulty. I may have my husband come and help me with the next one. All right, let's pull this out and see what it looks like. Can you see those lines right there? I'll use it, but I don't like that. Oh, so pretty. All right, now I need to get a baggie. Yeah, the amount of newsprint. Thank you, Shelley. Shelley, this is for me. Did you hear me say that? And I didn't even make it pink. This is my test run of an idea. All right, so let me fish it out. The amount of newsprint that it takes to clean the entire, when I use the entire large tank, is just amazing. All right, there's one in a bag. Okay, let's get this cleaned up. Put the trash can over here. And it was so warm when we were out here that paint kept drying in the tip of the bottles. Thank you, Shelley. I was getting frustrated. And I'm very, very tired. So if I say something stupid, just mark it up to being out here marbling all day, or what felt like all day. It was fun though. I mean, I can't think of a better way to spend the day. Unless it's, of course, at the spa or something like that. Now, I'd have to say that would top marbling, but it's all right. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm marbling the exact same colors. Okay. So now we'll start again. And I'm going to have help this time. Whoops, I don't like the looks of that. Can you see right here? I don't know if you can see it. There's just a bunch of paint. Some of it is under the surface, and that's fine. And we had to do dinner and all of that stuff. I thought these colors would be, well, pink always looks good with denim, but I thought these teals would look very pretty with the denim. Oh, before I forget, I have a reel ready to go for tomorrow, but I finished my cup. My new cup that I'm going to be using while my big one gets an overhaul. So this one is one I marbled a while ago. And I just finished, since it had a screw-on lid, I finished the lid. It's not nearly big enough to hold all my water on a daily basis. Thank you, Shelley. But it'll get me by until I do the other one. And I'm gonna glitter it, and I don't know, I might bling the upper top part of it. There's the rim where it tapers. It's a top, and so I may end up blinging that taper. Oh, and now my iPad is frozen. Oh, there, it's catching up. But we'll see. got this all put together yesterday and let the glue sit on the top, and then I washed everything today and moved my ice and stuff over, scrubbed up the old one, but I didn't start taking the epoxy off yet, because that one I can just except up where the glitter is, I can literally just use a knife and cut through it. The bottom is thread, so that'll be an easy removal, but up where the glitter is, it's going to take a little bit more. All right, so let's get ready. So again, I'm going to have my husband help me. It's just floppy enough that it's hard for me to lay it down nice and smooth. I tell you, if it wasn't so warm out here, I could just doze right off. I did some sewing. I got all the headbands sewn. I finished the black hat. I finished another bag. So I was quite busy yesterday. And then we were trying to go to the gym, but we were watching the race, and then there was a rain delay, and then they were going to start, and then they weren't going to start, and then I thought for sure they were going to call it, but they didn't, so we never did go. Feel rather lazy about that, but it was like we wanted to see the end of the race. Hi, Tracy. Awesome! I thought of you the other day when I ran into a whole pile of people in the hallway at my office, and I smiled at everybody. That is awesome. You'll all be happy to know that I did shower after my earlier marbling session, so I don't have any makeup on, but I don't smell for you. I'm clean, but boy, it was hot out here, and it's really hot right now too. All right, that'll go right there. Actually, I'm going to put that away because I'm done with it. All right, so now let's do the fun part. We have a fan in here and it feels wonderful, but it's still blowing hot air. But at least that little bit of movement on the fan feels good. All right, let me recruit my assistants. Can you kind of help me for a minute, please? Bobbing back and forth between the World Series final and the Stanley Cup finals in there. We have, I don't know what we have, some streaming service, and it's not set up well for that. Do you want me to scoot this over? It's just this little piece, but it was just too floppy. I got a hesitation line on the other piece. You can scoot it over if you need to. Perfect, thank you. That's all. I'm making him work again. All right, let's pull it out and see what this one looks like. It looks better already in the back. I'll just lay it out here. very happy with that. That'll be pretty with the denim. Of course, pink would have been lovely with the denim as well. I found, I was watching a lady today, she wasn't marbling. She was doing another form of art, but she was talking about some pinks. And I was just like taking notes all over the place. Going, ooh, I want to get that one, I want to get that one. And then a couple of them we had to mix. And I'm going, that's okay, I can do that too. Now let me get this. Oh, I do have one more thing I'm going to do in the marbling tank. I almost forgot. I'm going to do a little bit of a test. Okay, get the baggie. Now I need to remember what colors I use tonight because I'm going to line this bag and I'll need to use the same color for the lining, although I think for the lining I'll just use the stone pattern, and so it'll coordinate but different pattern. All right, let's get this cleaned up, and then we'll do the experiment. We were just talking about options today for ways to clean the tank. My newsprint stash is running low, especially after doing the projects in the big tank. I love it when the piece nearly fills the tank, so you don't waste a lot of extra paper. There's still some color in here. I'm just going to drag it like this. So does everyone officially have summer now? It definitely happened here. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's do a little playing. I did not bring all of my colors out. I kind of thought about what I wanted since it's so hot. Well, yeah, you're about the same as we are, Tracy. We were 100 yesterday, and today we didn't quite make 100, I don't believe. But it's definitely warm, especially for working out here. Panicked for a minute. I thought maybe I had the wrong paint, but I've got the right one. Okay. Let's see, I don't want a huge one. Oops. Oopty doodles. Grab a cup. Okay. So a little bit of this green. Lid back on. A little bit of this green and this green. I just leave in the bottle, I think. you, I can get paint on me faster than anything. Whew, that one likes to spread. Now this is an experiment. Oh dang, that's what I forgot. I forgot to get a plate. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out. I can tell you that those circles are a lot bigger than I intended for them to be. Let's make it a little smaller. Can you see the circles shrinking? Oh. Almost boo-boo. Okay, now we can. We went all wacky right here. Try to bring that in. There, that's better. Okay, so now let me, I don't think I have anything I can use out here. Just scanning really quickly. All right, 1 second. Okay, so let me get a little bit of paint on this plate. I have no idea how this is going to work, so. Okay, I'm going to get this one maybe open. There we go. Okay, so I have here a floral frog, and allegedly I can make a flower with this. Now, the flower may end up being too big for the leaves that I have here. I have no idea. I would say that's a little large. And now I was kind of shaky when I put it down. All right, I think that's going to be our test. Now let me rinse this thing off. any what am I thinking? Paper printed to, or prepped. Well, I tried to make a, this just is not working well. Well, let me do another print of just the flower and see if I can not shake. So maybe if I lean on here. See how much better, oh, can you tell how much better defined that is? Here, let me do one more over on this side. Lean on the... That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I wish I had some paper ready for that. Although this one in the center looks ridiculous. I was trying to make a little, you know, that little thing under the flower. If I put yellow in the center like I was going to, it's really gonna... Anyway, you get the idea of how it's supposed to look. But yeah, these turned out kind of cool, where I wasn't all shaky like I did that first one. I know I have to be nice and steady. Not nearly as steady as I used to be. Let's see if we can, let me print it on the piece of this paper where it's mostly text, and let's see what it looks like. I considered briefly putting a butterfly on one side of that bag, but then I decided, no, I'm not that brave yet. I don't know, can you see it? And then these printed a little better. You really can't tell. Okay, now we're going to do another experiment. Let me get everything closed up. My hands are all slimy. It's hard to turn the bottle. There's that. These can go in here. All right, let's get this cleared off. Well, that was a fun experiment. I've been meaning to do that. So now I know, you know, it kind of expands quite a bit. When I saw it done, somebody had people guessing what it was. I already knew immediately what was doing it, but I had never thought about trying it in that way. And I was pretty excited to try it, because that's what I set my glassware or, you know, tumblers, anything like that on when they're drying. And all those little pins keep it from sitting flat on the surface. Okay, one more swipe. And then we're going to do another experiment. Now, I briefly experimented with this idea the other day I believe after I was off camera. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. And from my experience, the bubbles are not wanting to pop today. I had all kinds of problems popping them in the big tank. So these are paints that I have prepped for paint pouring. And I want to see how they behave because they're all different brands. Well, they're not sinking. We do have bubbles, which is why I dislike droppers so much. Oops. Stepping on the droppers. Look at that, they're floating. Literally, there are all kinds of brands. I don't know if this one has it written. I've tried to start writing everything down. This one is an apple barrel, the one I just put in. I just mixed that one tonight. Let's try this one. And then I'm going to print it, or attempt to print it on fabric and see what happens. Now these are prepared for paint pouring. And they're not prepared for really liquidy like the paints that I use. You know, mine are prepared very, very fluid. But look at that, they're floating. Okay, I'm going to try to move this around. And we'll see how it prints. But it's working the same theory as marbling. They're pushing together because that first color I put in is there. So let me see if this other one had the brand. So one of them was Liquitex Basic. This one appears to be unidentified. Oh, this is a navy. I just mixed this navy, and it's by I can't remember, American something. So they're all three different brands. But let's see how much color it will put on the fabric and if it'll retain it. So I just have a little scrap here. Ta-da! Look at that. So this last one that I put in, the navy, is really, really light, but there is color there. So now into the water it goes. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating? So maybe I'll save that and use it as a pocket in my bag. It's not the same colors, but that's all right. So isn't that just cool? That makes me want to put all of them in drop bottles, and then I can really mix it up, because when I use different brands in my normal paints, they don't like it. So I have been wondering about that. I tested a couple of them a while ago, and they did float. I knew they would float. You know, it's just amazing when you learn, when you're watching things and the way other people do things, you learn little tidbits that you can then pull and try yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly drain this tank. There's less than one bottle in here. It'll only take a minute. And then I'll switch it over to the next project. Where's my towel? My hands get slimy and I can't turn anything. Find my squeegee. So you'll get to see me drain this puppy for the first time. I always put some lift up here in the far corner. And this bottle was full when I started. And it'll be interesting to see how much I have left on just 3 pieces of cloth. And quite a bit of newsprint. Oh, well, that was nice, Tracy. I saw a guy riding to work, I guess it was on Saturday. We have a sim plot right down the road from us. And we were like, it's awfully warm to be riding bike. And we left early to go do our errands on Saturday morning. And so we were watching him. He turned in there and I thought, boy, I'd hate to have to drive home after a shift in that heat. This won't take long at all. But look how pretty the bottom of the tank is. You can see that light teal that I used. A lot of that's sunk. And there's some of the darker teal that's sunk. And when it goes back into the bottle and has that little bit of color in here, it won't matter at all. It'll look kind of teal next time, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't hurt any designs at all. All right, I'll put the lid back on that. fill one of the 5-gallon buckets with water and rinse this out. I just got paint on the floor. I don't want to step in it and then drag it in the house. So I'm wiping it up. Okay, so I'm going to put the bottle back in the refrigerator. So I lost about an eighth of a gallon, or eighth of a bottle. All right, there we go. So I'll set this on the back table. Move the tools aside. Move the boards over there. Okay, so this is project 2. This is the canvas that I marbled on as an example. And today we are going to paint pour on it. I've been wanting to do some paint pouring for a while again. And, oh, I didn't bring out my torch. And we'll have to live with it. It's just so much fun. Let's see, let me get all my colors over here. I think I want to start with navy. And let's use some of this teal. Some silver. I don't know. I think this silver is a little bit heavier than what I have mine mixed up. This is a pre-mixed, but we'll go ahead and try it. I have absolutely no idea. We'll probably have to go around a couple times with these. Almost used up. One more blue and then we'll start over. These are I recycle my water bottles. I can't see where I am. And it makes a perfect container to hold my paints. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to do some of this silver and then I'm going to do the white. And I'm going to do some more teal. Ooh, look at the white sink. More of this blue. I have a feeling this is probably enough, but we'll use the rest of this one. Maybe we've already used it. Empty, so we'll take some of this. Yeah, was finally smart enough to start putting the labels on the cups. So now I'm gonna do just a straight pour, and I'm just gonna go all over the place. Where's my, let's make sure there's, all right, wiped it all off. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, the drips are just beautiful too. Just getting my corners here. Oh my goodness. So the thing I've been trying to figure out, oh, get my head out of the way, so sorry, about paint pouring is how you tell how dark everything dries. Let me come around the other side. I want to make sure the edges are nice and covered. And this tray is just perfect for paint pouring. I can just put plastic right on it. This is a plastic that came with it. And like a press and seal or something. Oh my gosh, what do you think, guys? Oh my gosh. You can kind of see some of the yellow over here. There goes my hat in the picture again. I'm just kind of getting some of the drippy parts because it's pulling away from the edges. I was just watching about something like this today. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Wash my hands off a little bit. It's nice having this bucket here. Usually when I'm paint pouring, I don't have anything to wash my hands in. And, you know, heaven forbid I wear gloves. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I am so excited about this. So let me pull you down off of the stand and give you a close-up of what this looks like. I need to torch it. I'll get my torch out here. Hold on, wiggle, wiggle. Oops. Thinks I needed help. Let me turn you around. Okay. So this is the bottom left. See that yellow that's showing on there? Oh, there we go. I lost you for a second. And look at the lines up in that corner. Isn't that cool? So now I'm just anxious to see how this is going to dry. There's up the center. There's that little ribbon of drizzle that I made across. All right. Let me turn you back around. And that's all I have tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Look how red my face is. It's because it's so hot in here. But I hope you enjoyed it. Even though I didn't do a whole lot of marbling, I did a whole lot of marbling today. But, oh, thank you, Pat. It is so pretty, and the movement is great. And it was so quick and easy. So now if I can just figure out how to keep my edges from pulling away and not showing what. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to have to get off here. It's trying to boot me off. My internet's not working well. So take care, everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And remember, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. It doesn't cost you anything, and it might just make their day. So thank you. Bye. Love you all.